What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the unit depository contract, which released recently into GTA Online. Now this is a lot of contract that a lot of people, including myself, have been waiting for, and it's finally here, and it actually pays very well. So I definitely recommend checking out the contracts this week, especially this one, because it pays the most out of any contract. And this week we also have double money on robbery contracts, which is amazing. So let's get into the video. Before we do though, of course, if you guys don't want to miss any information regarding GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and many more Rockstar game titles, make sure to be subscribed and have post notifications for you guys and never miss an upload. Alright, so starting off, before we actually get started with the contract, some of you guys might not have it on your board. As you guys know, when it comes to contracts in GTA Online, you can only have 3 on your board, and sometimes you don't have the one that you want to play. So I'm going to show you guys how to get the contract that you guys want to play. In this case, we're going to be doing, of course, the unit depository contract, which is probably the one that most of you guys want to play. So it's actually pretty simple. Now, if you play the robbery heist and or the casino heist, you're probably very familiar with this. It's pretty much where like you have a target, and the target that you got, you don't want it, so you're just pretty much going to restart the whole entire heist. But in this case, we have contracts, so you're going to be starting the whole contract. So if you head over to your board and you see that you don't have the unit depository contract, what you pretty much want to do is pick any of the 3 other contracts that are on the board, start up one of the preps, and then after that, once you do step outside, Santos is going to call you, and then you want to pick up the call. After the call, you want to call Santos back and cancel the contract job. And after you cancel the contract job, you have to head into story mode, or you can head into a new session. But pretty much after you do, you will go back to your board and you're going to see that there's new contracts. Now, you may not get it on the first time, but for me, it took around 3 times to actually do this, and I eventually did get the unit depository contract. So just keep doing it until eventually you get it. Again, it's pretty similar with the casino heist or the robbery heist. If you get a target that you don't want, like a primary target or something like that, that you get and you don't want it, you just pretty much cancel the heist and just redo it till you get the thing that you want. So it's pretty similar, it's pretty simple, it's pretty easy. Again, for me, it took me like 3 times, so it shouldn't take too long. You can probably get on your first time, second time. Just pretty much just keep trying it again until you eventually get it. But once you do have the unit depository contract, you will have 2 preps, of course, and the finale. So we're going to start off with the first prep, which is elevator key. Now for this prep, it's actually a pretty simple prep. All you have to do is head over to Depository Heights. It might be a different location for you, but it should be relatively the same exact thing. So what you're doing is heading over to the location marked on your map. You're going to enter an apartment, and you're going to see that there's a bunch of enemies and you can take them out. I think you can do this part stealthy, but I'm not exactly sure. I just decided to do it aggressively. It isn't that many enemies, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Now for me, I had Depository Heights, and once I took all the enemies, I did find the corrupt businessman. And what you want to do is get the elevator key. Once you get the elevator key from the corrupt businessman, you want to head to the elevator and head down to the garage. And you're going to take out any enemies there. Take your time with this, because there's actually quite a lot of enemies here, so definitely take your time with this. Take them all out, and then you're going to steal the armored SUV. Once you drive the armored SUV out of the garage, you will see that there's 3 marked locations on your map where you can stash the vehicle, for you can use this vehicle later in the finale. So pretty much the location that I recommend you guys go to is this one right here, which is in this underground parking garage. This location is actually the best when it comes to the finale, because this is pretty much right across the street from the unit depository. So it is a great location to escape in the finale. But pretty much after you do stash, you're done with the prep, and all you gotta do is just leave the area and head back to the auto shop and get started with the second prep, which is called Vault Code. Now for Vault Code, you're going to be heading over to LSIA. It could be a different location for you, but I'm pretty sure it should be LSIA. And once you head over there, you're going to have to steal the police Maverick. Now there's going to be some police here, most likely. There were some for me. Just take them out and just steal the Maverick. And once you're in the Maverick, since you're going to be in the area, it's going to be pretty easy to lose the cops, so it shouldn't be too difficult. But once you do in fact take the police Maverick and lose the cops, you have to head over to this parking lot and use the scanner on the police Maverick to identify the car that belongs to the bank's manager. And once you arrive at the parking lot, you just have to hover over the parking lot using the police Maverick, and you have to use a scanner. Now for PC, you just have to press E to get started, but it should tell you in the top left corner what you have to press to actually use the scanner. And pretty much you just have to scan any of the vehicles to find it. It's actually pretty simple. I'm not sure if it's the same vehicle every time, but just scan all the cars until you eventually get it. And after that, you have to tail the bank manager. Now keep in mind, you do have to stay in the police Maverick the whole time. You cannot land the helicopter and switch to a car, so just tail the bank manager. Don't stay too close. In the bottom right, you're going to see there's a detection meter, so just keep it pretty low. I'm not sure what happens if you get detected, but I'm pretty sure you're probably just either going to fail or there's going to be some type of other sequence for this mission. But try your best to not get detected, and pretty much just follow the bank manager. Don't stay too close, follow the bank manager to the location. There can be multiple locations, but for me, it was at Vespucci Canals near the beach. Now, once you do arrive at that specific location, you have to use the police Maverick to search the location for the bank manager. What you're doing is finding the bank manager cheating on their spouse, and once you find them, you have to take a picture of them and blackmail the bank manager. When it comes to locations, they can be in multiple different locations around the hotel. Using the police Maverick, hover over the hotel and use the surveillance camera to find them. The search area isn't too big, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find them. Pretty much when you find them, you just have to wait till they're actually hugging to take a picture of them, and then once you do take a picture of them, send it to Santa, leave the area, and you're done with the second prep. Now, once you are done with the second prep, it is time for the finale. Now, this finale is called the robbery, and what you're doing is breaking into the Union Depository vault, steal the shipment of gold inside, and deliver it to the clients. Now, this is actually a pretty fun robbery mission, so if you guys haven't already, I recommend you guys do in fact play this Union Depository contract. But getting started with the contract, of course, you can invite people if you guys want to, and of course, pick your weapon loadout. I recommend going with Hustler. And of course, you can also purchase super heavy armor, which I highly recommend you guys do. And of course, after that, you can of course pick a vehicle. I recommend going with probably a very fast vehicle such as the Vector or of course the Calico, but you will have to use one of the vehicles that released in the Los Angeles Tuners DLC updates. And if you guys don't own any of them, you will have to use the Santos car, which is the Tailgater S. Now, I decided to go with the Emperor Vector, which is pretty fast, and what you want to do is drive over to the place where you park the vehicle. Again, I recommend you guys do park in that location that I did mention earlier in the first prep. So just park your car inside of the marked location and use the armored SUV to head over to the Union Depository. Once you do arrive, you should be pretty stealthy. You shouldn't be able to be found out. Just make sure you guys don't have your weapons out, because if you do, you most likely will get caught. So once you're at the Union Depository, just head over to the marked location, and after that, head over to the elevator. But before you do head into the elevator, you will have to show the guard outside the elevator your ID pass. After you do, head inside the elevator and swipe the ID pass on the elevator keypad, and you will head over down to the vault, and your character will open up the vault. You can head inside that vault and start stealing all the gold that you guys can carry. There's a back capacity, so you probably can't take all the gold if you are going solo, but just try your best to get as much gold as you can. Soon you most likely will get cops, and pretty much there's a lot of cops, but you just have to take your time with it, especially if you're going solo. So once you head outside the vault, there will be cops, so definitely watch out for that. Take them out and head into the parking garage. Now, the parking garage actually has a lot of cops, so definitely take your time with it. Use snacks, use armor if you have any, take out all the cops. And again, if you guys did pick the location that I told you guys earlier in the first prep where you park your vehicle, it should be pretty much right across the street. So again, take your time with this, take out any cops that you guys see. There's no need to rush. You have a lot of ammo, you should have like 1,000 to like 2,000 bullets. So just take your time, take out the cops, and head over to the location. Again, if you do fail, it's fine. You probably have like one life, and you can of course restart if you would like. And once you do in fact take out all the cops out your way, you can head over to the getaway car, which is going to be at that location, which again is pretty much across the street. Head inside the getaway car, which should be your car, or if you don't have your car, it's going to be Santos' car, and drive over to the clients. And now before you get to the client, of course, you will have to lose the cops. And since you're most likely going to be passing the Diamond Casino Resorts, I recommend going in a tunnel which is near it. And once you head inside the tunnel, just wait a little bit and you should eventually lose the cops. And of course, there's other ways to lose the cops if you guys would like. And of course, once you do lose the cops, you just have to head over to the client, which isn't that far, definitely isn't as close, but it's like a bit more north of the map, so you do have to drive a little bit. But once you do arrive at the client, you just have to give the gold to the client. You will get your payments, and remember, this week it is double money NRP on contracts, so you're getting a total of $540,000 in GTA Online just for this one contract, which definitely is great. Again, it's not, you know, as good as the car request, but it definitely isn't bad. If you guys want something different to do besides always doing like the casino heist or the car request, I highly recommend that you guys play the contracts this week. If you guys want to mix some things up or just want to check this out, it's actually a really fun contract and I really did enjoy it. And remember, if this is your first time doing this contract, you will get a $75,000 bonus, bringing your total to $615,000, which is definitely a great payment. Again, doing like 2 of these contracts will make you way over $1 million, so I recommend that you guys do check it out this week, especially if you guys want to try out something different. And that's all I have for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, it's a pretty fun contract, so I highly recommend you guys do check it out this week. And of course, it is giving out double money NRP. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. And if you guys did, make sure you guys drop a like. And if you guys don't want to miss any information regarding GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and many more Rockstar game titles, make sure to be subscribed and have post notifications for you guys never miss an upload. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.